In Atlanta, two powerhouses are changing the game on and off the court.
Short-lived as Jalen Johnson able to lay it in. For three.
These powerhouses have found the winning combination with a partnership built for Atlanta's future. From courtside to community service, from manufacturing excellence to basketball magic. Two hometown champions, one shared mission: building stronger neighborhoods together and creating an Atlanta story that's bigger than basketball. But what's their partnership about? The Atlanta Hawks found an exciting new partner in a dynamic move announced in November 2024. The Hawks joined forces with Kumho Tire USA in a multi-year partnership that brings together Georgia's premier basketball franchise and a tire industry innovator. The Hawks, with their rich history dating back to 1946 and their electrifying presence at State Farm Arena, are teaming up with Kumho Tire USA, a company that's been rolling strong in America since 1975 and happens to call Georgia home for its production facilities. When it comes to making an impact, both organizations are bringing their A game. The partnership goes beyond the bright lights of State Farm Arena, aiming to create lasting change throughout Metro Atlanta. What's particularly striking is how the leadership from both sides see this as more than just a business deal. Ed Cho, Kumho Tire USA CEO, speaks with genuine enthusiasm about deepening the company's Georgia roots. Since setting up shop in the state back in 2016, Kumho's been more than just a business. They've been neighbors. This partnership, in Cho's view, is about doubling down on that commitment to the community they call home. The Hawks leadership shares this vision. Andrew Saltzman, the team's president of business enterprise,
knocked away. Ricochet
sees this collaboration as a catalyst for positive change across Metro Atlanta. It's about creating those meaningful connections that transform corporate partnerships into community victories. Think of it as a perfect fast break. Kumho brings its decade of Georgia experience in manufacturing prowess, while the Hawks contribute their deep community ties and powerful platform for change. Together, they're not just scoring points in the business world, they're making plays that matter for Atlanta's future. When it comes to giving back to Atlanta, the Hawks and Kumho aren't just talking the talk, they're walking the walk with two powerful community programs that spotlight local heroes and tackle pressing community needs. First up is the Honorary Captain Initiative, which turns the bright lights of State Farm Arena into a celebration of Atlanta's everyday champions. Picture this: 10 times a season, the crowd rises to their feet as a local hero. Maybe it's the teacher who goes above and beyond, the nurse working double shifts, or the mentor changing young lives takes the center court. These hometown heroes don't just get their moment on the big screen, they get the full VIP treatment, complete with player meet and greets and their stories shared across social media, inspiring thousands. But that's just half the game plan. The partnership is also rolling up its sleeves to tackle some of Atlanta's most significant challenges head-on. From stocking shelves at the Atlanta Community Food Bank to swinging hammers at Habitat for Humanity builds, Hawks and Kumho employees are working side by side to make a difference. They're even ready to spring into action when disaster strikes through the Hawks' resilient 404 emergency network. As Kumho's Ed Cho puts it, this isn't about corporate logos, it's about creating real connections with real people. Hawks executive Andrew Saltzman sees an even bigger picture. This partnership isn't just about what happens during those 48 minutes of game time, it's about building a stronger Atlanta for years to come. This is what happens when two organizations decide that their true measure of success isn't just what they achieve in business, but what they give back to the community that supports them. It's about turning partnership power into community progress, one initiative at a time. When the Hawks and Kumho decided to team up, they weren't just thinking about logos and billboards. They were dreaming up an experience that would get Atlanta buzzing. Their game plan? Turn every Hawks home game into an unforgettable show where basketball meets innovation.
As Kawhi is one to do, gets many bounces on the rim and it trickles home.
Imagine walking into State Farm Arena on Kumho Match Day. The energy is electric as fans test their skills in unique tire-themed basketball challenges, while others line up for a chance to meet their favorite players at exclusive autograph sessions. And those lucky enough to be there on special nights? They're walking away with limited edition Hawks Kumo gear that you can't find anywhere else. But this partnership truly shines on game night. Whether you're one of the 750,000 plus fans packing the arena or catching the action on Bally Sports Southeast, reaching over 2.8 million households, you can't miss Kumo's presence. From courtside LED displays lighting up key plays to strategic goalpost branding, the message is clear. Kumo isn't just in Atlanta, they're part of Atlanta's game. The story gets even better on the airwaves. Tune into 92.9 FM and you'll hear more than just game coverage. You'll discover how Kumo's Georgia plant is creating jobs and driving innovation. Plus, there's nothing quite like those weekly features spotlighting local heroes through the Honorary Captain program. Real stories about real Atlantans making a difference. On social media, fans get an exclusive peek behind the curtain at Kumo's Georgia operations, watching how cutting-edge tires come to life in their backyard. And if you thought you'd seen everything, wait until you catch the revamped Kumo Handles campaign, where the smooth moves of basketball meet the precision of tire performance in ways that'll make you hit that share button. For Kumo's Ed Cho, every element of this campaign tells a bigger story. Every courtside logo and community story reinforces our commitment to the city that's fueled our growth since 2016. It's about more than just reaching the Hawks' core 18 to 49 demographic. It's about becoming Atlanta's hometown tire brand by showing up authentically in all the places that matter to the community. Think of this partnership as a perfectly executed pick-and-roll play, where both the Hawks and Kumo set each other up for success. For Kumo, it's like getting the home court advantage in the tire game. With their 1,200-plus Georgia employees and local production facilities, they're not just selling tires, they're telling a hometown success story that resonates with every Hawks fan in the stands. The numbers tell quite a story. When you've got TV broadcasts reaching over 2.8 million households and 750,000 plus fans filing through the State Farm Arena annually, that's a lot of eyeballs on your brand. And these aren't just any viewers, they're the prime 18 to 49 demographic that tire companies dream about reaching. For the Hawks, this partnership is like adding a solid sixth man to their lineup. Those estimated $2 to $3 million in annual sponsorship dollars, that's fuel for keeping the team competitive and State Farm Arena state-of-the-art. Plus, having Kumo's workforce ready to jump in for community programs gives the Hawks' resilient 404 disaster relief network even more muscle. But here's where it gets exciting. Kumo isn't just playing for Atlanta, they're thinking globally. The N.B.A. reaches fans in over 200 countries, giving Kumo a shot at boosting their U.S. market share from 3 to 5% by 2027. Meanwhile, the Hawks' 56-year legacy in Atlanta is like a seal of approval. When 68% of Georgians view team sponsors favorably, that's some serious home court advantage. As Kumo's U.S. CEO Ed Cho puts it, this partnership isn't just signage, it's storytelling. We're intertwining our Georgia roots with Atlanta's basketball heartbeat. It's about creating something that lasts longer than a basketball season. It's about building a legacy that keeps both brands winning in Atlanta's competitive market. The Hawks and Kumo aren't just resting on their laurels, they're gearing up to soar even higher together. Their playbook for the future? It's all about turning up the heat on community impact while making sure every Hawks fan feels the energy of this partnership. Picture this. Throughout the season, local heroes will have their moment in the spotlight as honorary captains during Hawks games. These aren't just ceremonial titles, they're celebrations of the everyday champions who make Atlanta tick. And when it comes to giving back, Kumo and the Hawks are ready to roll up their sleeves and dive into volunteer work and fundraising that makes a real difference in Atlanta's neighborhoods. But wait until you see what's cooking at State Farm Arena. Fans are in for a treat with new interactive experiences that bring the partnership to life. Whether you're courtside or up in the nosebleeds, you won't be able to miss Kumo's presence thanks to eye-catching LED displays and strategic branding that turns every game into an immersive experience. The excitement isn't just coming from the fans, the top brass are buzzing too. Ed Cho, Kumo Tire USA CEO, sees this as more than just a partnership. It's about cementing Kumo's identity as Atlanta's hometown tire company. Meanwhile, the Hawks' Andrew Saltzman is already envisioning how this teamwork will forge new connections across the city. This isn't a short-term play. Both teams are thinking of championships, not just the regular season. They're building something that'll grow stronger with each passing game, taking feedback from the community to create new initiatives that really hit home. It's about writing the next chapter in Atlanta's story together, with every bounce of the ball and every turn of the wheel. And there you have it. These two Georgia Giants are teaming up to make Atlanta even better. Want to stay up to date with more stories about how sports and business are making real changes in our communities? Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Drop a comment below and let us know which part of this partnership excites you the most, the community programs or the game day experiences. Maybe you've got ideas for how the Hawks and Kumo can make an even bigger impact in Atlanta. Don't forget to smash that like button if you're excited to see what these hometown champions do next. Until next time, peace out.